If you want to know what love is and you want me to show you, stay tuned.
Romans chapter 10, verse 14 to 15. How then shall they call on him in whom they have not believed? And how shall they believe in him of whom they have not heard? And how shall they hear without a preacher? And how shall they preach unless they are sent? Today, I has sent a preacher in the person of Evangelist Rodney Brown, your humble servant for Christ's sake. And now, Evangelist Rodney Brown.
How to be a great lover. Young people want to know how to be a great lover. In order to be a great lover, you first have to understand what love is. Let us understand love and be great lovers. If you learn to truly love, you will have successful relationships. And if called to marriage, you will have a fulfilling experience. 1 John 4:8a says, "He who does not love does not know God." Love is so very important that not only will you have terrible relationships without it, but you will never see God's face without loving. Let me firstly tell you what it is not. Love is not selfishness. It is proof that you are going to live with God in eternity. So exactly what is this love thing? 1 Corinthians 13. Love suffers long and is kind. Love does not envy. Love does not parade itself, is not puffed up. Love does not behave rudely, does not seek its own, is not provoked, thinks no evil. Love does not rejoice in iniquity, but rejoices in truth, bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, endures all things. Love never fails. Allow me to break it down for you. Just remember, love is not selfish. Love is being patient with others. You see, because we have imperfections, or because we are just not perfect people, we need patience ourselves. And others would need that same patience that we expect others to have with us. Love is not selfish. Love is being kind to others. So it is not selfish. You know that genuine feeling of goodwill to others? That's what love is. Love is not grieving because of what others have or have achieved. Regardless of what others have, it does not diminish what we have. It doesn't matter what people are. It doesn't diminish who we are. Love is not selfish. We should not be grieving or be envious of what others have or what they have achieved. Love is not being puffed up or snobby or arrogant or showing off on others. So on the other side, you may have something, or you may have achieved something. You may have just bought a new car or a new house, or you may have a new phone. And you're trying to make others envious. That is not love. Love is not selfish. Love is not immoral or disrespectful with others. It is not being sarcastic, contemptuous, nor despising others. That might be self-explanatory, but let me again go into this. If you are encouraging other people to be immoral with you, like we spoke about in other videos, then you're not loving them. Love is not disrespectful either. If you have a predisposition to be disrespectful, you always have that in you, that's not love. You can drop the sarcasm as well. You know, things like, he brighter. We could do without that. Yeah, that's not love. You know, sometimes when you think about someone, some people think about how they can poke holes in everything someone says, or how they can in some way bring them down before they even start to speak. And when they start to speak, you know, you think sometimes, how could I disagree with what she says? That's contempt. That's not what love is. Love does not despise others. So it is not selfish. Love is not demanding your way with others. So it is not selfish. And that used to be me. Yeah, I think it used to be. But love is, and if I have demanded my way with any of you, I am sorry. And I am learning, I'm a work in progress. But love is not demanding your way with others. You know, it's like my way or the highway. That's not love. So love is not selfish. Love is not being irritable or touchy with others. You know, like being oversensitive. That's not what love is. So people have to be like walking on eggshells around you because, you know, he's funny, you know, or she's funny. You know, the slightest thing will tick her off. That's not love. That is just not love. So it is not selfish. Love is not suspecting bad without proof or plotting revenge on others. Simply put, love is not being judgmental. Love is not being judgmental. Accusing people of things without proof is being judgmental. And worse again, plotting revenge, even and especially under those circumstances, is clearly not love. So it is not selfish. Love is not rejoicing when injustices are done to others. You all heard that? You know, you may be in a situation where there are people who have set themselves against you. And you think, well, you know, if injustice is done to them, you know, we'll just like, yes, he deserved that or she deserved that. That is not love. Love is not selfish. You know what love does instead? Love rejoices when the truth clears that person. When the truth clears the person, you know, you rejoice. That is love. Verse 7 says, love is rising above injustices done to you by others in terms of forgiveness. So even when the injustice is being done to you, you still show love and you forgive. So it is not selfish. You know, people say that if you squeeze an orange, you will not get apple juice. Whatever is inside of you, when injustice is done, or when you're under pressure, that thing is going to come out. That thing is supposed to be love. Yes? So in spite of injustices, let the love flow. It is not selfish. Verse 7 continues, love is giving others the benefit of the doubt. So when you're not sure who did it, or when you're not sure that this person did whatever it is, give them the benefit of the doubt. That is love. Love is putting faith before judgment in defense of others. Yes, we are called to defend others. And if you're going to defend others, sometimes we need to put faith before judgment. In fact, all times we should put faith before judgment when we're defending others. So it is not selfish. Love is loyalty to those to whom it is due. In spite of not liking them or in spite of negative circumstances, we need to be loyal so that there are people who we work with and there are people who deserve our loyalty that we can't get along with very well. It does not mean they don't deserve our loyalty. Love is loyalty in spite of negative circumstances. So it is not selfish. You are not bound to like everything someone does. You are not bound to even like the person. But God says you need to love them. And if you don't love, you don't know God. So if you have given your life to God already, you have confessed with your mouth the Lord Jesus, and believe in your heart that God raised him from the dead, or even you have said this sinner's prayer, and you find yourself not loving, then you need to watch yourself. Because love is that thing that proves that you're going to be with God forever. So, like is how you feel, but love is what you do. Love never fails. Verse 8. It is relentless. If 1 Corinthians 13 lover can operate or live with almost anyone, the opposite of love is selfishness. If you want your relationships to be meaningful, if you want to be a great lover, don't be selfish. Let us understand love and be great lovers.